Hello, and welcome to the Pickles and Posies Art and Design YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me for part 2 of this homeschool IKEA desk tutorial. It's a nice and convenient learning space for my distance learner. It has an epoxy resin top, and I added book storage on the sides. Let's get everything stuck down. I used the same technique as I did with the adhesive ruler to lay down the strips, and I used my X-Acto knife blade to trim up any overlap. For the top piece, I needed a guide while I was laying it down, so I used a dry erase marker to make small marks that I could follow, and they wipe right off with alcohol at the end. Again, I used my knife blade to trim the excess. And this cup was the perfect size to use as a guide for cutting around the cord opening. The letters were definitely the easiest part to lay down. I had them already stuck to my transfer tape, and you'll see me go over them a few times, making sure everything is good and stuck down. To adhere the laminated pages to the desktop, I used Scotch Super 77. This stuff means business, it's extremely sticky, and it adheres nearly immediately and dries fast. It's a spray adhesive, so I sprayed the backs and placed them down. You'll want to do this in a ventilated area and make sure you don't get any excess spray on things around it. It is very sticky. I let everything set for a couple of hours, and then again I mixed up a small batch of epoxy, and using my finger I went over any edges and seams. This is to seal those areas down, so when I drown this in a thicker layer of epoxy, it doesn't get up under the vinyl and lift it. I let that cure overnight, and then it was time for the final coat of epoxy. For this final coat, I mixed up 32 total ounces. I used my torch several times throughout this process to get rid of any air bubbles. And like before, I moved the epoxy around with a large wooden stick. It's not clear in this frame, but I had taped off just under the edges of the desktop to spread any overflow. I had very little overflow, but I had left just a small lip around the edge. I didn't sand it all the way down, so this will result in a nice smooth edge, and I won't have to sand it down at all. Once this cures, the desktop will be completely done. added some simple book storage on the side. I cleaned everything off with alcohol. I got these adhesive hooks from Amazon and some white cord I had in my stash already. I placed my hooks. Then I wrapped the paracord around 3 times and tied it off. I held it in place while I used my hot glue gun to put a pretty hefty amount on to keep that in place. I did the other side as well. And added another row. Now kiddo is all set for distance learning. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Be kind and have a wonderful day.